Hey guys, Luna here, and just got a bit of channel updates, I suppose, is the best way to go about this. Now, the first things first, I'm working on a Discord server, so that sometime in the near future, in future descriptions of videos, you'll see a link to my Discord server that I have made for my YouTube channel. And so there's that. And the other thing is I have played through the game called The Confession, which honestly is a very weird game, and it's unusual. So I ended up getting the secret word of armed to the teeth. Now the reason why I am not actually playing through this game is because the questions were very unusual, and I did not want to end up with it on my channel just because it was very awkward to record it. So is that. And I'm probably wondering what this video is about if I'm not playing The Confession. Well, on Kirita, there's a whole bunch of different brushes and stuff, so I'm actually going to be going through them and just sort of testing out what each of the brushes do. So it looks like this one, the airbrush soft, kind of has a soft touch to it. So I'm just gonna do through, and you can kind of see on the right hand side what the brushes is. This one looks like it has very sharp edges. This one has slightly soft edges, but not as soft as the A brush. This one also looks like it's yeah, it's a little sharper than the next one. This looks like sharp edges, I guess, again. Looks very similar, so again, sharp edges. Don't really know what the point of that is. This one looks kind of the same. Oh, that has kind of a different brush style. Oh, maybe some of the things is because slightly different, like, edges to it. That's probably it. So I just did that, which changed, yeah. So this one's more opaque, light baked, and goes over, if you go over same things with the thing, gets a bit darker and has a slightly different brush edge. This one, very faded, different brush style. Different texture, different brush style. This is different brush style and very faded. Next is this one, so different brush style and different texture. This looks like multiple pencils at once. Very naturally very small, and you can do different, very square. This looks slightly different texture. Let's go over here. So very small but fairly sharp. Different texture, and it's a little sharp but not that sharp. This one is kind of has a interesting texture to it. This one has sort of a sprinkle effect, which is kind of interesting. This has round and sharp. This is kind of faded edges. This is square, and like if you just click, yeah, it has that texture, but if you slide, it's big blob. This is faded squares, which you can click through. This is a square that has some texture to it. This is, then obviously you can go through to it. I'll go down here. This one is kind of faded and you can kind of go around. This one is kind of faded but can slide around. This is kind of a weird kind of texture like that. Rolling pin is kind of a unique kind of look like that. That paintbrush is faded kind of like that. That's sort of like that, just very sharp. Kind of interesting look there. That's kind of fun. Now let's switch to different colors. So let's go to blue so it's sharp enough so you can see the difference. Okay, so kind of like a spongy look. Kind of a faded circle. A little sharper edges with that one. So that's kind of just like a... Okay, so if you click, it's like very, very light. You need to actually slide with this one. Yeah, this one you also need to slide with as well. Well, if you use this like a faintest slide, you get the look of it. Let's see, next is this, which get the light to dark look. This one is light to dark. I'm actually kind of curious with this one. So, oh, because those, yeah, this one kind of does look. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see, next is this, which does different sizes, I guess. Oh, I guess because it gets bigger as you drag it along. That's pretty cool. I like that because they're watercolors. Oh, and this one kind of has a stereotypical watercolor look, which is pretty cool. And then the next over here. Oh, and this is just the outside, which slowly gets filled in as you go. Oh, that's cool. Next, again, sort of a stereotype. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so you click and drag, which has a light color, but then as you do, it has sort of the faded look to. Oh, that's cool. Next over here, which I'm gonna do that. Again, another sort of watercolory look. Next, let's do green, I guess, because that's sort of a different. Let's do a bright green. Actually, how about we cut this layer and do a new layer? Ooh, that's kind of an interesting look of watercolor. Again, sort of a similar vibe with that. Then spray, oh, I like that spray brush of. I guess this is sort of a light sprattling of watercolors with that one. Again, sort of a light sprattering until you start doing more over top of it. This is just big clunko, because if you look at it with light blue, it's basically everywhere. This I'm assuming merges color. This looks like kind of like these kind of look. Let's add in some red. So yeah, this messes with the colors itself. I'm just gonna do this one. Just add in some red, just so that these can be affected. So Yeah, because if I splatter this along, it kind of gets everything all over the place. This one is, ooh, that's kind of an interesting twirling around. Let's do orange, I guess, just so it's different. Yeah, so it's kind of like an interesting, this one's an interesting pattern. Let's go to pink, I guess. Or no, let's just cut the layer. So yeah, ooh, interesting pattern with this. Interesting. Ooh, that's cool. White on the inside, but purple on the outside. Oh, this is the one that messes with the color. So I'm gonna just do that. This one, I guess, and add in some blue, and add in some green. So I think because these are the ones that mess with other colors. So yeah, you kind of blend it together. This one blends things together, Kind of a unique pattern of blurring things together. Ooh, pixelated blur. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. This is sort of a, ooh, comb through blurring of colors. That's fun. This one is kind of more of a clean edge of blurring things together. I guess different patterns of blurring things together. Ooh. How does this? That's kind of like, so instead of actually covering things with green, it just puts a green layer over top of everything. That's cool. Let's do red. I guess this one, so that goes on, the previous one I did goes over top of everything. This one does the underlying, so basically on the backgrounds. And this just looks like it focuses on the main layer. So the adjust color is on top, the adjust dodge show backgrounds, and this one is adjust line, so this kind of like lines everything that's already there, the main field. Let's do a different color with this. Let's do a blue. So this will kind of put a dark, like this will adjust everything. And then let's go to let's still go to yellow. So basically you can put multiple layers on everything. So I guess put a darker color on dark and put a lighter color on everything. So yeah, that's just burn type. So this is yellow, kind of a unique pattern. I'm just gonna cut layer again. So layer. Kind of unique pattern with that. Another unique pattern with this. Ooh, that's kind of an interesting, and like click is kind of, but if you spread it's a bit different because it's multiple different brushes. Ooh, that's kind of an interesting sort of spray of that. So let's go to green. Ooh, interesting brush style. Oh, this is the circle thing. So like you just draw a shape with that. So let's do next is, oh, this one makes shapes when you go around. This one also does shapes. Let's go to dark blue. Go around, does various different shapes. Kind of does like a bunch of squares on top of each other. This one does pixels, like you can literally just does a line of pixels. So, and then this one does faint layers of like a checkerboard style of things. So it does all one style of checkerboard. This one does everything, it looks like. So it looks like this is an eraser. Oh, okay, so the bottom one, basically whatever's on the bottom, it copies it. I think. At least that's what I'm Yeah, basically whatever's in the bottom one, it copies to the top. Which is honestly pretty cool. This kind of just blurs things together. Again, what looks to be another blur. I guess these are just different styles of blurs together. Because I think... Oh yeah, this is kind of a fun little pattern like before. If I turn, it does the unique turns and stuff. Let's go to red, so it's a different, brighter color. Oh yeah, and if you go on top, this one, if you go on top of things, it does attach like it's normal. It does kind of fancy turns, but if you attach it, it does fun little things. Yeah, this one does the same sort of effects. Use a quill, doesn't do anything fancy, but kind of has fancy turns. Oh yeah, there's multiple different brushes. Multiple different brush styles, kind of paint drops, which is fun. Let's go to orange. Go down here. Next is, I guess, doing the opposite color of the thing. Because let's see if I go to green. No, it just. If I go to blue. Nope, let's see, texture normal. Don't know what that means. Looks like, let's see if I cut layer and do new. And let's just do a bunch of this. Filter. Sharp. So this one sharpens the edges, so like you can kind of go in and see like it's sharpening the edges. This one, this one blurs the edges. Okay, so what's this one? Oh, this does a whole bunch of lines. So like click and it does it random directions. Let's go up here. So this one does circles, and if you go on top of it, it does eventually fill in, it looks like. Maybe leaves like a little bit, but for the most part, it just does that. And a whole bunch of circles, which does not look like they will overlap. This one is fun texture. Again, a unique kind of texture. And let's do dark blue, and then yeah, circles, which you can do that. Fun texture. Fun texture, or patterns, I should say. More patterns. Ooh, scaly pattern. Another fun pattern. Ooh, I like that pattern. Let's switch to a pink, I guess. This is a tiny dot pattern. Ooh, yeah, so if you click, it just keeps going, which is kind of interesting. Okay, so this is dots in a much larger area. Or a different style of darts. So if you click, yeah, this one kind of does unique patterns like that. This does dots like that. Let's go to red. It's another texture, looks like it. Ooh, fun paintbrush style. Doesn't continuously do it, so let's jump to green. This does heart stuff. This is like little flower plant style. See, and last few does sort of like a leafy texture. This is kind of like a triangle kind of shape. This does, oh, this does ever so faint circles. You can see that. This does little stars. I should probably get rid of this. So then I can do a darker color and do this. Oh, I keep forgetting to add a layer. So yeah, so little flower patterns. This is like a little sort of floof pattern, and this is lines. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in whatever I happen to record next. And my apologies for not recording the past few days. I've been working on a little in real life projects that I've been handling, like drawing some pictures by hand so I can record them so I can record them later. So anyways, I hope you guys had a good day, night, week, month of your life, and may the stars forever guide your path wherever it might lead you.